How's it going, everybody? Dr. Coin back at it again. You know what time it is. Time to go through some nickels. Got this nickel box from the bank where I usually get all the good ones from. All the good finds so far, at least, have been from boxes that I've gotten from this bank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through this box and see what we can find. Today we're going to be looking for World War II nickels, anything before that, and anything we can put in our books to help fill them out. So without further ado, let's break into this. For our reference guide today, we're going to be using the Canadian Coin Roll Hunting Volume 2 Nickel Placemat. So basically what this is a quick guide on coin roll hunting nickels in Canada, and then what I have down here is a mintage list of all of the rare and low mintage Canadian nickels that we're going to be looking for today. So this is going to be our reference guide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the first 5 rolls for you guys. What I'll do is I'll call it the first 5 live. So I'll open the first 5 rolls live on camera, and then after that I'm going to tune you guys out and check you back in anytime I find anything good. So, wow, there's getting a lot of clear rolls in here, so that's interesting. So, roll number 1. I have no idea if these are circulated or uncirculated. I have gotten a box recently that was completely uncirculated, and that was not good. So, let's hope we can see a few old ones in here. Looks like this one might be 1980. Nothing too special there. Alright, let's just put them down and we'll take a quick look through them. Now, 2006 can also be a good year if it has no mint mark or if it has the Royal Canadian mint mark on the back. But not really what I'm looking for today. A 1990, that might not be bad for the collection, so hold on to that. Now, I've gone through quite a few boxes of nickels, so the collection is really starting to look filled out. So nowadays, I am not keeping too many because there is no need. 1999 in very good shape, so if I can replace any of the ones from my book that aren't in good shape from the 90s, then I'll definitely do that. But we've had a few nickels so far, because any nickels made before 1999, I believe, are 99% nickel. Oh, sorry, before 91 or 81 in Canada. They stopped making nickels and out of nickel. So, roll number 1, not much. Let's try a clear roll. See how these are looking. Oh, there's something interesting going on in there. Let's see. First, let's take out the ones that look a little older. Washed out 2003. Now, this one was looking a little shiny. Just a very shiny 2016. And then this one is a 2000 with no mint mark. Now that might be something. Let's see here. Let's see. Nope, that's not what we're looking for. You need a 2000p for the rare variation on that, which is very unfortunate. So let's just dump this out and see very quickly if we have anything else here. Oh, we have our first US, not bad. I am looking for Jefferson nickels, so a 2011. Too bad it's not a 2009, but we'll hold on to it anyways and decide after if we want to keep it or not. But we are seeing some good variation in here. Some older ones, a few US, but not too old, unfortunately. one of my last nickel hunts I did, I found a slight coin dump where I found a roll of 60s and a roll of 60s to 64s. I don't know if I'm going to be able to replicate that success anytime soon, but it's not really looking like it right now. A lot of new stuff. I'll try another one of these clear rolls. The good thing about these is you can get a little bit of a, it's not even so much enders as it is inners. Let's see. An 83. Now there is a few 80s I'm looking for, but I am going to have to check back with you on which ones those are. Nothing special there. Nothing special there. Alright, nothing special from first glance on this one. They are circulated, but there's a lot of new ones. Not really what we want. Oh, there we go. Nice. 1964. That's a good sign. A very good sign. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a really funny story. I don't know if any of you other coin roll hunters can relate out there, but the other day I was in a restaurant ordering a coffee, and a lot of restaurants have little donation bins out front where you can dump coins into. And lo and behold, I see an Elizabeth head nickel just sitting there. An octagon nickel too. So, those don't have a lot of value to some people, but or they just don't really know what they have. In 1979. But to find a young Elizabeth head already is a very good sign. Alright. A lot of that new going on here when we're looking for some of that old stuff. Something like that Elizabeth head, but maybe with a George on the back. If we can find a King George, then it'll make the box completely worth it. Or if maybe I can find a few more young Elizabeth heads, I won't regret it too much. That's 2011. Sorry, it doesn't want to zoom. Some of these new nickels are so shiny. So I'm probably going to do a box of dimes next. That's one of the problems with doing these nickel hunts is the chance of finding silver is super low. So with dimes, you have a much higher chance of finding something very interesting. But really hoping I can find that World War II coin. To find a 1945 in the wild would just be awesome. So let's see here. Got a couple that look like they might be. Oh, this one's decent. 1968. Not bad. Let's see what else. An 85. And let's just check this one right here. An 87. It's pretty easy to tell the nickel ones at this point. They are pretty standout-ish. There's an 84 right there. You can see that one pretty easily as well. So, nothing too spectacular, but I did find that one young Elizabeth head, so at least I got to find that one live on camera for you guys. That's not bad right there. 64, but nothing special with that. I mean, probably a very high mint year, but considering how many of them I already have. But if I'm going to fill out some more collections, they're going to be good to have, some of those older ones. I just wanted to let you guys know that I ordered some really cool old American US coins online. They are on the way. A lot of pennies. What do we got here? A 77. Now, let's see if we can, that is going to be the low variation. Because there are two different varieties of the 1977. One with a low 7, which goes, as you can see here with this one, the 7 is below the other 7. And then there's one with a high 7 that goes above the other 7. So we definitely hold on to the 77s, because who knows how rare those will be one day. But I ordered some very cool pennies online, and they're on the way, US pennies. So stay tuned. When I get all those in, I'm going to wait until I have them all, and then I'm going to do a big video showing you guys all of them, because lately I've been super into American history, so I figured I would get some coins from the eras that represent that. This one looks like it might have something, or it's just disgusting. Yep, disgusting, 2008. Alright, this one looks like it might be thin. Some look like they're extra shiny. Check this one more. Nothing too special. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll open this last roll up on camera for you guys, see if we got anything here, and then I'm going to move it along and go a little bit faster and update you guys as I make a couple cool finds. What do we got here? 78. What I'll also do is I'll show you the progress of my nickel collection so far and some of the ones that I need to fill it out, especially from the 70s and 80s. I don't think I need too many more at this point. So the 2000p is very rare. It's worth quite a bit of money. I don't know how many exactly were minted. Let's check here. So there were 4,900,000 of the 2000p's minted, and they're just very hard to find. So if you can find those in the wild, they're quite valuable. At least in mint condition, they're more valuable. But they're worth probably $1 or $2 if you find them in a roll. Alright, so that does it for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start skipping ahead, and I'll tune you guys back in when I find some cool stuff. Well, taking a look at this roll right here, I can tell you that's an interesting mistake. I don't understand how they could do that, but if this was a point system I was working on, that would be some good points right there. So what I'll do is I'll open this roll up on camera and see what kind of dime we got, because hey, maybe it's an old US dime or something like that. So let's take a quick look at this roll. $99. $78. Work our way slowly towards that dime and see what we got. An 80. Now, I took a look in the book, and the one we are looking for the most is a 1970. That will complete our 60s, 70s, and 80s collection. So I will be very happy if I can find a 70 in this box. And here's the dime. Let's see, what do we got? It's just a 2014. Very dirty on the date. But hey, that's 10 cents for us. Not bad. Let's see what else we got in this roll. The old 2002p. Not seeing too much else here. Okay, so we got another low 7 on the 77. So not bad. At least we had 10 cents there. So I'll tune you back in when I find something else. Alright guys, decided to tune you back in because I just found this right here. Now, this didn't even stand out to me in the roll. This isn't an octagon nickel, and it kind of threw me off because it's a 1941. So this technically is a World War II nickel, and it's the oldest one that I found so far. It honestly doesn't even have an octagon edge, which is strange. So I think this is the cutoff date for when they started making octagon nickels after 1942. So That is absolutely awesome. This has been my best find so far, and I need it in my collection, so completely awesome. I wasn't finding too much. To be honest, there's a ton of these clear rolls in here, and I'm not a huge fan of these because when you edge hunt them, it's really, they just look like a lot of new ones, and usually the washed out ones for Canadians end up being newer years that have just been put through the laundry and stuff. So like, you got to be really, do your due diligence, make sure you check every single one, because if you don't, you might miss out on something like this. So a great box. I found exactly what I was looking for. I'll show you guys later when I slide this into my book, and I'm going to keep looking because I'm about halfway through right now. I decided to go through all these clear rolls first because they are kind of the bane of my existence when it comes to coin roll hunting. So a few more of the clear rolls to go, then I'll move on to the paper ones, and I'll fill you guys back in when I make some more good finds. So actually tuning you back into that same roll, I just found in the same roll this 64 young Elizabeth head, which on its own is a good find, and then completely stoked for this one because I have not seen one yet. This is, sorry about the zoom there, a 2000. I almost missed it for a second, but this is a 2000p. Now this is a very low mint, just around 5 million. And this on its own might even be worth about $1. So I'll have a place in my collection for this one too. I'll show you guys when I slide this in after. And this roll alone has been a great roll, so keep this going and let's see what else we can get. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty now. I got about 10 rolls left. I got some very interesting stuff to show you guys in the wrap up. But this roll to me right now, as soon as I opened it, it looked kind of like a collection dump roll. Now the ender on this roll, you wouldn't have been able to see it because one of the ends was closed, but Centennial, so I'm willing to bet this roll was a bit of a collection dump, because I've only found one of these in the box so far. Now there's a few newer ones in here as well, I noticed. Right there, 2016, kind of strange, but Centennial. Let's see what all we got. I'm going to be able to make a whole roll of these, which is going to be awesome. This is crazy. A whole roll of these things. Now, a roll of these can go for about $5, maybe even more, so. Oh, we got a dirty young Elizabeth head. What year is it going to be? 63. Well, we'll hold on to that because it's a young Elizabeth head. Now this is a weird roll. I don't get it. Looks like we got another young Elizabeth head there, scratched up on the back. Another 63, this time in better shape. Nice. Oh my God. No. You guys see that? 63. Oh my God. Yes. That is amazing. That is amazing. 2 in 1 box. This is an 80-year-old nickel. That is incredible. Oh my God. This had to have been some sort of collection dump roll here. Oh my God, that is amazing. Let's see if we got anything else here. 2009. Another 64 young head. 63. This is just a weird roll. Not a 70. A 70 is one of the only ones from the 70s that I'm still looking for. Ooh, this one looks in nice shape. What's this? A 64. And a 63. So, I don't know about you guys, but that seemed like a collection dump roll to me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but that is incredible. So, I don't know if you consider 1940s and 1941s to be World War II nickels, but considering World War II was going on during that time, I mean, I would consider that, so that is amazing. So, I'll keep looking, see if we find anything else earlier than this. I mean, I doubt it because that's already exceeded my expectations. And then I got some other cool stuff to show you after I'm done looking through everything else. So tune you back in. So it is time for the post-hunt weigh-in. Let's see the results of what we got. We got a lot of different good stuff here. So I'll take you through it one by one and show you what we got. We have a nice little stack of about 18 1967 commemorative nickels. So these are the 60s I decided to keep. A small stack of young heads ranging from 1965 all the way to 1963. So I usually hang on to the young heads. We found two 1977s, both look to be the low 7 variety. We decided to keep two 1996s because there are two variations for this too. There is a near 6 and a far 6. So we're going to pull out the microscope and take a look later on and see what variations we have. But we're going to keep both of these, so we keep all of our 77s and our 96s for later inspection. This is the stack of US nickels that I found. Not too many, but found a few Jefferson nickels in there. The oldest one seems to be we have one that's a 96. We have some newer Jefferson nickels. And we have one that is 89. So, not too bad. And then the interesting foreign find of the box would be this Cuban, what is this here? 1981, 10 centavos. So, that's interesting. Haven't seen one of these yet. So, nice to get one of these in a box of nickels, because you know this doesn't look to be a 5-cent denomination. This is something different, so that's a cool variation. So what I'm going to do to finish this video off is I'm going to show you guys the holes in my collection that I'm going to be filling in. This has been an awesome hunt, probably one of the best nickel hunts I've done so far. I've said that a few times now, but this bank is absolutely awesome. Usually if you get a box from a bank and you have really good finds, you should go back to the bank and pick up another box as soon as possible, because you never know if there's a collection dump or something like that. I don't think I got a collection dump today. I think I just got really lucky and there happened to be a few old ones in there. So what I'll do is I'll show you the holes in my collection that I'm going to be filling out right now. So if you take a look at my nickel book here, I didn't find it in the wild. I actually got this online because I just really wanted to have one in my collection. But the earliest non-King George V nickel that I have is a 1945. So that's the earliest George VI that I have so far. So I found two that are actually going to fill this collection in. So let's do that really quick for you guys. We have the 41 slot, and I found a 40 as well. So two awesome additions to my collection here. Try to jam these in as gingerly as possible. Now this is the Unisafe coin booklet. You can find these on eBay. There seem to be one of the better Canadian coin book options besides Whitman. I also really like the Whitman books. So there we go. 40, 41, 42, 43. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to have to move those back a spot, but I'll do that off camera. You guys get the gist of that. And then the most important of all, because it is very hard to find in the wild. I mean, I've searched 4 or 5 boxes of nickels and still haven't come across one. I unfortunately didn't get the 70, but this one, the 2000 P. Now, the P on the back for Canadian coins usually stands for plated. Doesn't stand for proof, or it's not a mint mark to indicate the location usually. It usually stands for plated, and most of the 2000s are not plated. But this one is, and this one has only about 5 million minted. So this little spot right here in the book is just for the 2000p, and I've been waiting for this. That's a big hole to fill right there, so that is absolutely awesome. These pages are getting full. We're really going to need, what are we going to need here? We need a 59 still. We need a 70. And then we need a lot of the earlier dates. But I didn't have a lot of hope for this one because after the last one, how can you set your expectations high when you find a huge coin dump like that? But to find a 40 and a 41, those are pretty much World War II nickels in my book. Let me guys know what you think if you consider 40 and 41 to be World War II nickel years. But I hope you guys liked watching along. This has been a fun one. Hopefully for the next hunt, I'm going to be doing a box of dimes, and hopefully I can find some silver. Make sure if you want to check out more of my coin roll hunting placemats, go to my eBay channel, which is in the link in the description. If you want to see more of my cool coin roll hunting videos and coin unboxing videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can see I try and do updates every week for you guys. And I also have Instagram, so I'll try and leave a link for my Instagram in the description. But thank you very much for watching. This is Dr. Coin checking out, and have a good one, everybody.